So a highlight of this year was expanding portfolio advisors to a larger size. This is a new milestone that we've never hit before. So that was one thing that I thought was a big highlight of our year. One accomplishment from 2024 for me was actually graduating from Fresno State with a master's degree in business administration. For 2025, things that I'm looking forward to is the opportunity to take on new challenges and continue the growth and the success of portfolio advisors.
The highlight for me at Portfolio Advisors this year was probably the women's conference. It was my second or third month here, so I was still kind of new. We went over to downtown Fresno for the women's conference, had our own booth. So it was cool to work with the team, see how everyone kind of conversated with all these people that we haven't met before. So it was cool to kind of get into some action outside the office. So I would say that would probably be the biggest highlight for me at Portfolio Advisors this year. The accomplishment I'm most proud of, other than winning bowling at our Christmas party, would be obviously landing this job. I moved out of my house, so I got to experience kind of living on my own for once, and it's been a really good experience for me as a person. To be honest, I'm looking forward to 2025. I think that's going to be a big year for me. For 2025, I really want to work on my physical health. I started boxing a week ago, so I'm going to continue to do that moving forward in 2025. I also want to get better mentally, obviously, so I'm going to do my Series 65 in 2025 and hopefully pass that as well.
My favorite memory at Portfolio Advisors in 2024 was our mixer that we held in this office. It was great to do some community outreach and really do some good networking. I was actually the bartender here, so I got to serve wine to all the attendees, and it was really nice to meet some people in the community and not only ones who are within the same industry as me. Yeah, so a big accomplishment for me this year was kind of really doing a deep dive into the financial services industry. I was brought on here at Portfolio Advisors, and I think it was a big accomplishment because it definitely shone some light on kind of what I want to do and what industry I want to be immersed in. So I'm really happy for all the learning experiences that I've had here, and I think that's been a really big accomplishment for myself. So in 2025, I'm reaching a really big milestone. I'm going to graduate college, so I'm really excited for that, and being able to enter the workforce full-time, that's going to be a really big step for me. So I think that graduating is something that I'm really looking forward to in 2025.
Some of the highlights I'd probably say stand out the most, during my time working at Portfolio Advisors would be just coming in not knowing anything about finance, and 6 months later I find myself extremely educated. I really enjoy working with the team that we have here. Everybody is amazing, everybody's very nice, very supportive, very educational, very patient. That's the biggest thing. That's probably the best thing I could come up with. Some of the accomplishments that I'm most proud of that I have kind of completed in 2024 was, I guess you could say, just most of the ones that I had made at the beginning of the year. I had intended on pursuing a different line of work, stepping away from my previous job, and was a little nervous about it at first, and it ended up being one of the best decisions I've ever made. I've made lots of new friends and all kinds of experiences that I wasn't able to do for a long time. So I guess you could say all of those moments kind of combined, thrown into one category, is what I'm most proud of accomplishing. Some of the things I'm most excited to kind of accomplish in 2025 are, I guess you could say, the things I don't really know yet. I like not knowing exactly what's going to happen. I'm kind of a go with the flow kind of guy, so I'm really excited to see what I don't have an idea about right now that I am going to be excited to figure out in the next year. And I think that's kind of the most exciting part about it is not knowing exactly what's to come, and to kind of just roll with the punches and see what happens.
All right, so a big highlight for me for being part of Portfolio Advisors this year was setting up and being at the women's conference. I think that it was a very fun and engaging event. I really like that we are reaching out to our community, doing things with the community and being more involved. And I think being part of the women's conference was a great way of showcasing our dedication to reaching out and helping out and just being part of the community. And I thought that it was a very successful event, and I had a lot of fun doing it, met a lot of cool people. So I think that's a really good highlight for this year for me. All right, the one accomplishment that I'm really proud of for this year, personally, that would have to be just being part of Portfolio Advisors and going through the ropes. I come from a different career background. I come from mostly hospitality, and I graduated in communications, so not in finance. But earlier this year in February is when I started here at Portfolio Advisors, and I'm really proud of my accomplishments in just kind of learning the industry, keeping up with financial news, and starting to really understand how the financial world works. So really excited for 2025 to learn much more, but I think that's one of my highlights, biggest accomplishment for this year for me. All right, so the thing that I'm most excited for 2025, already kind of mentioned, I'm excited to grow more here at Portfolio Advisors, but specifically, I am looking forward to becoming an advisor. I aim to take my certification test early in the year, and I'm really looking forward to becoming an established advisor and just kind of, learning the ropes and understanding how that role works, and becoming more of that role and becoming more involved with the company and the community. That was one of the biggest reasons why I joined Portfolio Advisors, is because I want to be able to give back to the community, and that's something that I'm looking forward to doing in 2025.
A highlight for Portfolio Advisors for this year for me would be engaging with the community, continuing our involvement in community efforts like EP's Gala, their Fiesta de los Niños, and really just continuing to support those causes that we really believe in. Something I'm really proud of, not just for myself, but as a team, is really expanding the ways that we interact with our community and developing platforms for social media engagement, different ways to reach our audiences wherever they are, and really aligning those efforts with our values and helping get our message across. In 2025, I really look forward to continuing to carry that momentum forward. We've only really just gotten started. Plan to Prosper as a podcast is something it's in the works, and we've really built a foundation for how we want to build out that content. And now it's just going to be hitting the ground running 2025 and churning out some episodes.
I think a highlight of 2024 would have to be our community involvement. I am really happy with all of the community events that we attended and invited our clients to, the EPU Gala, the Reading and Beyond Gala, and just kind of the various community organizations that we partnered with this year. I think one of our core values here is supporting our community, making our community better. I often like to recruit from the community, and what better way to sort of live up to those values than giving back to a lot of community organizations this year. I'd say a personal accomplishment for 2024 was a successful first semester for my son, who started kindergarten in August. It was a little bit of a nerve-wracking experience, him going to school for the first time, and just making sure that he can adjust and navigate and learn all the things he's supposed to learn. And my husband and I were very happy to share that our son's doing great in kindergarten and couldn't be happier. So that, I would say, that's a personal accomplishment. On the professional side of things, I think something I'm really happy that we accomplished this year at PA was our internship program. I think recruiting local talent, developing talent, making sure that we're putting the pieces in place for the companies to succeed and last a really long time starts with a good internship program, and I couldn't be happier with the new interns we had this year and how we set up the program, and it being a learning experience about the financial planning industry. So I'm very happy with us sort of being able to put a completely new program together and really have a nice group of interns this year. In 2025, it is hard to believe, but we will be celebrating the 35th anniversary of Portfolio Advisors. And I don't want to give away too much, but we are in the process of planning a big celebration to invite clients and guests and friends and family to. And I think it's going to be just an amazing way to celebrate everything that we've accomplished as a company, everything that we've achieved for our clients, and just a nice culmination of the last 35 years. So I'm really looking forward to putting that event together and celebrating with everyone, and hope everyone can make it, and we'll have more details to come in the coming months.
Happy.
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 Happy. Happy.
New Year.
New Year.
New Year.
New Year.
New Year!
New Year.